All right, man. So let's discuss about Isaac Guerendo, man. What's getting this guy in danger of his chance at making the team? I mean, you go from being the guy in 2024 as the number 2 back going into next year, and then the following year after that, you get replaced by Jordan James. Unfortunate injuries, falling out of favor. It's just something that Shanahan tends to do, man. The talent is there. Don't get me wrong. I just think you need that kind of running back to help your offense go more places, man. You need that big home run threat guy. And Kyle Shanahan just has that tendency just to put a player in a doghouse for no reason. It just doesn't make sense. To me, it does not make sense of why you do that. Why? Out of all that, it makes no sense. It just makes no sense whatsoever of how they do that. Like, seriously. Like, how the hell do you go into that and think everything is going to be fine, bro? But when you go into this, man, this is the potential we're getting with this guy, but Kyle is too stubborn. He's too stubborn. What we're missing here is a lot of – dude, this is something we need to have. So you're telling me that we can't get a guy, but the way he holds onto the ball is probably the only downfall. But, dude, the game against the Cowboys, bro, 102 yards against this team, and yet that guy's on the bench. What about that run against Seattle? Like, dude, this is exactly what we wanted the guy to be. This is the flashes of what we could have had with this kid if he would have been our number 2, but that man can never stay healthy. But, dude, talent's there. Just durability is the only downfall of this guy. You can't tell me otherwise. You just can't tell me otherwise, man. Like, what's there not to like about the kid? Like, how the hell do you waste talent on this kid? I just don't understand. Like, dude, you got a guy who could average 5 yards a carry, Kyle, and you rather go with a veteran, right? But, dude, this is the kind of stuff we're missing. No offense to CMC. This is the glimpse of what you could have had. But now he's falling out of favor because he can't hold on the ball, and Kyle can't find other ways, and he can't pass block. Well, he can catch the ball at the backfield, that's for sure. But what he has is blazing speed, and we could have utilized it last year. There could have been better ways to use this guy. Seriously, bro, that's the kind of stuff we need. Brian Robinson didn't give us none of that. But I get it. He was injured. Guerendo was injured, and that's what made it difficult for him. But you can't tell me otherwise, bro, that this guy is – dude, it's just crazy how you don't even give this guy a chance. I don't get it, man. I would think if you give him the last chance to prove himself, then I get it. But going into this offseason, you're kind of questioning this man. Like a little bit of a question mark. Like, how the hell can we get this guy to come back to his full potential? But, dude, look at that. The speed and the way you block. Dude, what's there not to like? I don't understand. I feel like the talent's there. And, dude, the guy can catch the ball. And I think it needs to be a fair competition. I think giving him a chance is fair, man. Give Guerendo a chance at number 2 running back, bro. Jordan James, a 4-5 guy, not quick. But you get some burst speed with this guy. That's what we're missing. When we had Raheem Mostert, man, we had that speed element, bro. And that's what we're missing. This is what can give our offense a diverse or a way we're missing on a lot of stuff. But I digress, man. I digress. I just don't understand what they don't see. But let's go on to the downfall of Guerendo, why people are kind of writing him off. So you're going into the offseason. You're definitely going into the offseason with with this in mind, you're thinking, man, is this guy even taking this shit seriously? Really? Like, you would figure, is he even working out? Or is this guy really out of shape, Like, you're kind of having some doubts on this guy, right? It's a question mark. This guy should be taking his stuff seriously, dude. It's like, what the heck are we seeing right here? Like, really, bro? What are we seeing? We're seeing a guy who looks out of shape. And that might be the factor. That might be the reason. You can't make this up. So he's a little out of shape. So that might be the question mark. Can it be that? Probably. You're looking at him as a guy that needs to get in shape. Now you look at him, it's like, man, the potential's there. You see this run on Seattle? That's what you need. That's what you need to beat a team like Seattle, especially with their defense, bro. You got to have something like this. In order to beat a team like Seattle, you got to have these type of runs and block the edge side, bro. That's what makes it a difference, dude. But we don't have that, unfortunately, because we don't want to give it a chance. But it looks like to me that guy don't give a shit no more. At this point, I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit. I don't blame him if he doesn't want to be here. Yeah, he needs more chances. That's what I'm trying to say. That's where I kind of feel that the coaching staff needs to give this guy a chance. Yeah, I'm one of the few who believes in him too, but I feel like it's a waste of talent when you don't give this guy a chance. So I'm giving you guys the glimpse of what he can be, but Kyle is not giving him the chance. Instead of relying on him being a pass blocker, bro, why not use him in run plays? You can use a running back on certain plays of their strength. Instead, you put him on the bench. There were probably times maybe Brian Robinson shouldn't have been on the field, and maybe you could have used Guerendo on those certain plays where it could have been a touchdown run or a big 50-plus yard run. Or there could have been plays out the backfield where maybe Guerendo can get you some big-time plays by catching the ball off the backfield. This guy's got 4.3 speed. He's a specimen guy, bro. But they don't trust him. They don't trust him. That's the downside on him. That's the downside. I don't know. That's my only issue with Kyle is the running backs, dude. Like, why are we wasting it? So what? The guy has fumble security issues, but who doesn't? Like, why does Kyle have to be so picky? You draft the guy. You drafted him, and I'm showing you the clips of what he could be. And we just didn't give him a chance. Last year, we didn't. He was on the trend to be our number 2 back. And now he's definitely fallen out of favor with Jordan James. And they drafted Kalen Black. I hope this is the year that Guerendo can have the best offseason, because on the flip side, bro, that ain't a good start. Being out of shape on a picture with a girl that he's dating or something like that, or a model chick, whatever the heck it is. That's not a good start for you. It better be a good start for him, because it looks like the narratives on him is pretty much on the wall, bro. He can be the odd man out. And Patrick Taylor has a chance to make the roster too, which is very unfortunate. Why would he make the roster over Guerendo? He's a special teamer, bro. That's what gets him a chance on the roster. But in talent-wise, the guy sucks. Patrick Taylor sucks, but he's good on special teams, which is viable. But Guerendo has all that elite speed that can be useful, but he's not quite a good special teamer because he can't hold on to the ball. He can't pass block, but he can sure run. He can catch the ball at the backfield. I mean, what are we doing, man? The guy came out of college with less wear and tear. There was potential in this kid. You got him in the 4th round. Dude, it could have been worse. We could have got Mike Washington. We could have got another Guerendo. But, dude, at least you could have got some speed. What do? We get a 25-year-old running back who runs a 4.45. Is he a good pass blocker? According to what I heard, good pass blocker. which is Guerendo's not at all good. The guy wasn't quite much of a guy coming out of college catching the ball off the backfield. Yeah, look at Jordan Mason last year. He carried the ball high, yeah. And that was the difference, bro. But when Jordan James got hurt, that's when you saw Guerendo play. Yeah. That was the season where, yeah, what's up, David Corona? What's up, man? Let me send you guys the link if y'all want to jump in for a little bit, man. Fuck it. I can get you guys to jump in. I'll pop the link for y'all. If y'all want to jump in, let's jump in, but no trolls, man. No trolls. I'll get you guys a chance to jump onto this platform. I just wanted to throw this topic because I feel the need to. I feel like Guerendo hasn't got a fair chance, and it's sad how Kyle wastes this man's potential. I think there's a lot to like about him. I wasn't quite the biggest fan of Guerendo, but I feel like the talent's there. I think there's a lot to like about him. I wasn't quite the biggest fan of Guerendo, but I feel like the talent's there. I think there's a lot to like about him. I wasn't quite the biggest fan of Guerendo. All right, I'll put the pin on the message. Y'all could jump right in. Jump on in, man, if y'all want to jump in. David Corona could jump in. Papa J could jump in. Anybody could jump, man. David McNiner, you can jump in. At least I'll send the link. You can jump in. At least you're invited. Well, I'm not invited, but still, you're invited. But you guys are invited. Let me check and see if I got anybody coming in. Yeah, I got you guys. But you got, I'm at work. Wish I could join. It's all right. Well, much love to McNiner. I'm just playing around with you, bro. But, I will invite you, even if I'm not invited to your hangout. Well, let's go. Whew, let's go. See if anybody wants to jump in. Hey, David, you could jump on in, bro. Jump in. Hey, it would be kind of odd to see Mr. Chardot jump randomly. He can jump in if he wanted to. Hey, it's more than welcoming to talk about it, man. Might as well just do the random hangout for right now, but I feel that was my introduction of Isaac Guerendo. McNair in the chat? No, not that I know of. Nah, I think he's working. But I was just being sarcastic about it, bro. But hey, he knows he's welcome to jump in. I'm not gonna be like in those other chats that don't invite somebody into the chat, bro. Everybody's invited. Unless you have a beef with me, then we got a problem. But anybody could jump in. We can talk some Niners football or whatever. I just thought the clip of Isaac Guerendo can be the quick introduction. I don't have nothing else to do right now. So you guys can jump into the chat. We can talk some football, whatever. If Corona wants to jump, he can jump in. I'll have some people jump in, man. Let's see. I'll get a couple people jumping in. If Danny Golden wants to jump in, he's welcome to jump in. If Eddie wants to jump in, he's welcome to jump in. If Where You're Hiding wants to jump in, he's more than welcome. Hey, if my co-host These Rants wants to jump in, he can jump in. No problem. Hey, anybody can jump into the hangouts, man. Fuck it. If anybody wants to jump in, everybody's invited, bro. I'm not going to just leave everybody out. The link's right there. Y'all could jump in. Y'all could jump into the hangout. I don't care. We can talk some football for a little bit. Everybody can jump into the hangout. It's safe. Everybody can jump in. Anybody wants to jump onto the hangout, they can jump right in, bro. The link is right there. Jump in and we'll have a conversation. Anybody is welcome. You're invited. Anybody's invited to jump into the hangout. We can talk some football. We can chill for a little bit, man. Everybody's invited. Everybody is so invited, bro. Hey, anybody can jump in right now because I really got nothing to do right now. That was my quick introduction. We can talk some football for a little bit, and then I got to get going pretty soon. I got 1 hour to spare. Everybody could jump in. Try to remove all this stuff. Just get some more people. See, I got the hangout right there. So anybody could jump in. The link's right there. Go jump in. This is not for the trolls. This is to be cordial. We can talk sports. We don't have to get into this personal level stuff. You guys are more than welcome to jump into the hangout. This is an open invitation. You can jump in. I don't judge. You could be invited. Let's see how it goes. That's what I got to bring. I'm a bit funny, man. Do you think Jair Brown will have a chip on his shoulder, therefore perform better this season? I think so. I think he has to because he's entering a contract year. So, obviously, yeah. Oh, we got McNiner. We got Corona. My bad. We got homie down Corona, man. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Open invitation. You can come on in, bro. You're invited, man.
Just chilling, man.
I'm not closing the door to everybody else. Everybody could jump in as long as we don't got beef.
Just been busy. A lot of umpiring, man.
Oh, that's all right, bro. I've been kind of busy myself. I've been working we got my guy. We got Jay Street, man. We got the guy from West Virginia.
You see my new hat?
What's up, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What are we talking about today?
Well, I was throwing a little topic of Guerendo. You know, I threw that off, a little introduction topic. We can talk whatever we want, man. It's like whatever.
How many more days to the Niners and Rams?
That's until I think it's 15 weeks, right?
112 more days, I think.
I believe so.
It'll be here before you know it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. I'm trying to get some tickets for the Chargers and then Niners, but they want fucking 3:30 behind the end zone.
What? But
yeah,
they don't even sell much over there.
Everything's so expensive anymore.
It is. But the cheapest one is in Arizona, so I already got an idea how much it costs to go over there.
And they got the cheapest ticket right on top, the last row, $150. Nah, I'm not doing that. Hell no.
Well, $150 for a nosebleed isn't too bad.
No, I went to Dallas in 2014. In 2014, I think it was $330 for the nosebleeds. So.
Ooh, yeah. Well, depending on the price, but from looking at other places, when you go to other stadiums like the Cardinals, it's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
2 years ago, we went to the Ravens and the Niners in Santa Clara. 2 tickets behind the end zone on the Ravens side. It was $140.
That's
$140. That's not too bad of a deal. You know how much it was for the last game I went to was the NFC Championship game against the Lions, and it was I didn't even pay for it, bro. That's the crazy part. So I think it was like a lot of money, bro, especially on the top nosebleeds and all that stuff.
My cousin said if we would have got the tickets all 4 row, it was 4 of us, me, my cousin, his girl, and my wife. If we would have got the same tickets on the same row, it would have been $260 each. But they sat behind us, and we sat in front of them, so it came up to $140 each.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, straight up.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, we should have won that game too, man. Too many. We didn't get no flags. Brock Purdy threw like 4 interception. It was a bad game.
It's one of those games, you know. You get
That's
one
how
of
it
those every
checks
now
out.
and then.
I still had a good time though.
That's what matters, is if you have a good time. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, what are we complaining about, right? I mean, sure, we would like to win the Super Bowl and get all there, bro, but how else are we getting there? It's just it just didn't go our favor that year.
A lot of people kill me with that, man, because like there's just so many things that happen, and they just want to blame it all on the coach or the quarterback, and I'm like, you know, a punt hitting the guy happened in the Super Bowl, and like, how's that the coach's fault? I'm just like,
And they said when Greenlaw went down, they said because the Niners was holding Patrick Mahomes right after Greenlaw went down, it was all over, right? So they were saying after Greenlaw went down, it was like over for us. I don't know why.
Well, they get the ball to Kelsey. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember Kelsey. I don't go back and watch. I can't watch that game again.
But Kelsey was quiet throughout until halftime.
Yeah,
he didn't get nothing until halftime.
I think he got right towards Andy Reid, right, where he was upset and yelling at his ear. So you know he was upset.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there's just so many things that happen that are like inches that you lose a game over, and they're like, oh, well, they didn't know the rules of overtime, and there was a 4th and 2 in that overtime, and Bosa doesn't play Mahomes on a read option. It's Mahomes, and you don't even play him, and you're like, that's just one of your best players. If he tackles him right there and knocks the ball down, we win the Super Bowl.
Plain and simple. If we would have made the play, but we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with too many mistakes.
Look at like everybody wants to fire Shanahan. Just look at McVay. If they don't get that stop against the Bengals at the end of that Super Bowl, and Burrow takes them down and wins it, then McVay's 0 for 2 in Super Bowls. Are they going to fire McVay?
It would be a different tune.
All the trades that they did, your players got to make plays, man. At some point, your guys got to make plays, and it just.
I think the Bengals should have won that Super Bowl too.
Yeah, I mean they
made mistakes on their part, but still.
Well, that's the other thing. People make mistakes in games, and somebody's like, "Well, you got to capitalize on them." Sometimes it just don't happen that way for both teams. I mean,
and another thing too, when Hill was on the Chiefs, they didn't call no flags on Nick Bosa. They were holding him the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
I had this comment from a Chiefs fan that just left a comment from yesterday, and dude, you would not see that from a Chiefs fan. They probably would still defend that shit.
2 Super Bowls, and the only holding penalty was on Trent Williams.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was the only call that seemed kind of weird. But the other guy that they just released, right? He led the lead in holding calls too, if I'm mistaken.
The Chiefs led the league in holding calls the second time, and it's just like it's not an excuse, but it's just puzzling that it didn't happen. That's all.
And another one too, 4th and 2. Why would you not go for it? You know what I mean?
Well, I think they did the right thing there. It's just we had them on a 4th and 2, and we could have stopped them, and we didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
You had an opportunity to do it, and you didn't do it.
Jerron Jennings was wide open too.
Yeah, and that was just a mistake. That was a miscommunication. It wasn't like our linemen were incapable of blocking. That's the other thing. People complaining about the offensive line constantly.
And Chris Jones was coming in, and nobody could stop him.
They didn't even do their blocking assignment.
Yeah, they didn't even do their assignments. I mean, they could have put one of us out there, and if he had just trampled over us, he would have had enough room and time to complete that pass to Jennings. It's just they just totally blew. It was a miscommunication.
I think Brock Purdy rushed it. Oh, they didn't even go for it.
He got pressure, bro. He got pressure.
Yeah, he got pressure.
Pressure. I mean,
you can't just say he rushed it. He's already getting hit by Chris Jones if he didn't get rid of the ball.
That's true too. Yeah.
Point in that game. I mean, like so much stuff. And Christian McCaffrey fumbles. We were going down this field, the first drive right away. If you think about a lot of times our first drives at the beginning of games and the beginning of halves, when Cal has it all planned out, we do great. McCaffrey fumbles that first drive. Ugh. Don't get any points out of it. It's just that's the best player in the league, and he fumbles.
And after that, I think the guy from the Chiefs, he fumbled too.
Yeah,
it went both ways.
Yeah, they
and we still did it.
Right?
Yeah, I think he's on the Packers now.
No, he's on the. I think I know which one you're talking about. Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, him.
He did fumble.
Is he on the Packers? I think he's on a different team.
I think he got traded. Oh no, I think he's on the Lions.
Yeah, he's on the Lions.
He's on the Lions.
It's just crazy to think that there's all of that kind of stuff winds up costing you the game, and it's because the coach didn't know the rules, or it's just whatever people want to say. I mean, that when you really think about it, I mean, it's Kyle Shanahan's fault that the Falcons lost in the Super Bowl. When has a coordinator ever been blamed for a loss? That's never happened.
Because he said he didn't kept running the ball. He was passing the ball.
And see, if he had ran the ball, they would have said he was too conservative and what didn't have a killer instinct.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
That if he runs the ball, he doesn't have a killer instinct. If he throws the ball, he needs to run the ball and burn the clock. These people they're gonna complain no matter what. They just
exactly.
I mean, why didn't we run it more? Y'all need to run it more. And then you're like, well, all they do is run it. They didn't throw it. He doesn't have a killer instinct. He's scared. You just sit back and you're just like, yeah, you know more than Shanahan does, buddy.
I hope Mike Evans stays healthy this year. I want to see what he got.
He got something.
That's the only thing about last year was this was probably his only season he missed a lot of time. That's just rare of him.
That's another thing. People are like, he's injury prone, and I was like, this is really the only season he's missed time. I mean,
what, last year?
Yeah. Other than that, the most games he's missed was like 4. And that was
damn.
6 years ago. Yeah, he's been relatively healthy.
Right.
So, I mean,
and he's been balling too.
Oh yeah. And last year we didn't have no speed. We didn't have anybody to stretch the field.
No.
Nobody. I mean, DeMarcus Robinson is a solid receiver. Jennings is a solid receiver. But who you got to stretch the field? When Pearsall was in there, look how dynamic the offense was. I mean, Jacksonville had a good offense, and it was close. I think it was like 14-21 or 13-21, and we punted, and they run a punt back.
Yeah, they did a return.
Yeah, they return a punt for a touchdown, and you're like, you have 2 interceptions that go off guys' hands. Jacksonville was a good team. We lost to them. It was at home. But you're like, with Ricky Pearsall, that was a much better offense.
When he's healthy, when Ricky's healthy, he kind of gives you that vertical plays that we didn't have. Like, the first week of the season against Seattle, he was the big factor, but he was just injured a lot.
And that's why everybody, I think I seen you was on live on TikTok earlier, and people were talking about how many games we're going to win. Nobody knows. When we play the Rams, Stafford could be hurt. Like when we played the Colts last year, had we played the Colts in week 4, that was a different Colts team in week 4 than it was when we played them.
That was when Daniel Jones got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, before they went up and played the Steelers and Daniel Jones got hurt, that team was a good team.
And they were on the cusp of making the playoffs, yeah.
Yep.
And that injury just hurt their season.
And we got KC this year, too. End of the season.
Go back a couple of years ago, I think maybe 2023, when we were 4-5 at one point. And then I think we played Jacksonville after the bye, and we went on a run, and we made the playoffs. That team before the bye was a different team in week 17.
Oh, 2022 was that year, because that
was the year I'm thinking of. I mean, we played the Colts on like a Thursday night in the rain and just blew a game to a team we shouldn't have. And I was like, man, where's the season going? And then they just turned it around.
Yeah, when we played Jacksonville, it was a bounce back game for us.
Yeah,
I think after we play we do our bye, we win our games after the bye.
Yeah, Shanahan's good after the bye. He's
we got the Ravens.
He kind of adjusts better. Is the thing.
Yeah,
like he'll go with something that he could work on and say, you know what, we haven't done this in this first half of the season. Why not do it this in the second half and see if it works?
Yeah, he's pretty good about making little tweaks, and that's what kills me. People want these big changes. They don't like the quarterback. They don't like the coach. They don't like the general manager. They don't like the owner. I was like, bro, go root for another team.
Seriously, dude. Like, I don't get that part of them.
there's things I don't like that Shanahan does that I disagree with, and there were times when we were starting players I didn't think we should, but I still supported them. Like I can disagree with them and not just
got to give it a chance, see how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, like people are just, like you can disagree with them, but like just we got to get rid of him and John Lynch. And like, okay, if this draft is a wash, maybe we do get rid of John Lynch. But look, and then
we made up for those.
What happened to Cower or what's his name? He's a right receiver. What's his name? He hasn't played for. No. Clowney? No, it's not Clowney.
IU?
It starts with a C. The last name.
Cowan.
Yeah, Carey.
Jacob Cowan. You're talking about Jacob Cowan. Yeah, he has a thought.
Yeah, what's up with him, man? Oh, he's been injured.
A lot of
and
these
he can't
guys
block.
don't pan out, but everybody points to like the draft and say a lot of these guys don't pan out. But look at the last few years. Who are our three best receivers? Deebo Samuel, we drafted him. Brandon Ayuk, we drafted him. Juwan Jennings, we drafted him. George Kittle, we drafted him. And I'm like, okay, how many guys are supposed to pan out? Because our top four receivers for the entire Shanahan and Lynch era, we drafted. And the guys that we didn't, we trade for. Emmanuel Sanders, he seemed to pan out. Demarcus Robinson showed up in the playoffs. Damn, you like, yes, there's been plenty of misses, but there've been plenty of hits.
Is he still on the team? Robinson?
I think he is.
he's like our backup receiver. He's a reserve guy that goes in when injuries happen.
Yeah, and you look when the reserve guys that come in and they seem to make plays. The only real spot that I'm really disappointed in is that second tight end. We have never found a second tight end that really is like any type of pass catching threat. I know we had Farrell last year, but nobody.
He's just a blocking specialist. He's not even that good of a blocker. And then you look at Jake Tungs. I like Jake Tungs, but he's not a blocker, but he's a good receiving tight end.
Tunges had a pretty solid year, but I'm like, we got to find that replacement for Kittle and
at some point.
And Juszczyk. We need that. And you want to know who that guy really, I think, was? And he never panned out, was Jalen Hurd. Jalen Hurd was going to be this chess piece that Shanahan put everywhere. And
it's not for the injury,
Yeah, it just didn't work. And, like, I think he was pretty bold for trying that because he was going to use him at running back like an H-back. He was going to put him as a big slot.
Different role that's never been heard of, and he would have been used in different ways.
Well, I'm wanting to say Shanahan was in Washington when they had, like, Chris Cooley and they moved him around like H-back and stuff. And that's kind of what that's kind of what I saw him doing, and it just didn't work. I don't know why we haven't tried it again, but
there was this player in the draft that I was thinking they could have got. The kid from Oklahoma could have been a nice weapon to replace Juszczyk on. Like I forget his name, Jaron. He's from Oklahoma, but he had the versatility. He played, he was coming off playing linebacker and playing tight end.
I wanted him to try Scatterboo there.
Oh, Scatterboo would have been the physicality back, but dude, you know how Kyle is. He wouldn't probably use him as much.
Well, they don't use Juszczyk as much as we talk about him, but they need to find somebody that can he can start to learn from him, and in 3 years he'll be ready. Because I mean, if you think about it, they kind of do that. There's always a guy in his second year that breaks out. I mean, I think Brandon Ayuk had a solid, maybe that was his third year. Hufanga had a good second year. I mean, it seems like there's always somebody that Debo's second year, I wouldn't say he had a little bit better. Kittle for sure.
Well, Debo's second year was a down year, actually, and then it came into 2021 where he had his best season. Right. Yeah, Jaron Connect, there you go. That was the guy I'm talking about. That guy is a Swiss Army knife. We could have drafted that kid.
When he dropped the ball against the Rams, that's what happened when Debo.
But Debo was one of those. He was one of the most unstoppable players on our offense, bro. He was the one that carried the rock a little bit when injuries happened, and then you had different. Dude, he was just playing at a very high level at that point. But that was his best overall season. After that, he just couldn't repeat that success.
Well, and that's the other thing. People act like these guys aren't human beings, man. It's not Madden. There's things going on in these people's lives. You know, you could be sick. I remember Debo's last year in San Francisco. He had pneumonia before that Chiefs game.
And he couldn't play.
Pneumonia, that shit can linger for a month, man.
It could, and he came back within a few. I think he came back within a few days when it was not necessary.
Yeah, and like you might be able to play, but you ain't going to be 100%. And
Not with that, no.
Yeah, people just think that just because these guys come. I mean, like we don't know what Nick Bosa is going to be when he comes back.
I think getting Bosa back is a bonus, but is he going to come back to what he used to be?
Exactly. He could be better. He could not be better. He could be.
But a third ACL tear is kind of hard to come back from. But I think if anybody's able to come back from that, it's Bosa. I mean, maybe 13 sack season he can get it.
But you do got to think about it like this. That's a whole season pretty much he didn't get beat up otherwise. Now, I wouldn't want to tear my ACL to do that, but that's a whole season of no more,
to recover.
Yeah, double team blocks and, clips and all that stuff. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to tear my ACL for that, but his body did get a rest somewhat.
A rest in some way, man. We had chances.
And Bosa's brother won't. You don't think we signed Bosa's brother? No, huh?
No,
he's gonna want too much money.
He wants.
Oh, damn! Take a pay cut if he wants to win.
$50 million for 1 year. For what?
That's crazy.
I think his price is gonna go way eventually because he's gonna have no other choice but to cave in whatever the offer is.
Yeah, it's like Jennings. He wanted $15 million and he only got 13 with the Vikings.
No, he wanted 20.
Yeah, he wanted 20.
He didn't want no 15, bro. We offered him 17.
We did?
And he turned it down because it was a multi-year deal for $17 million per year.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dude, with the playoff moments that Jennings has and the big moments that he has, he had already endeared himself to 49ers fan as maybe a top 5 receiver all time. And for the 49ers, that's some big shit. And like, dude, you could have stayed here and built a legacy. And now you're going to go to the Vikings and, you better win.
And he only got 13 million with the Vikings.
Yeah. I mean, because like.
He got like 13 wins.
It's certainly for like even younger fans. Like there's younger fans out there that never saw Jerry Rice play. There's younger fans. I didn't really see Dwight Clark play. So when I think about 49ers receivers, it's like Rice, John Taylor, Terrell Owens, Crabtree, and then Jennings or Debo. And I mean, in the playoffs, who was bigger than Jawan Jennings, really? I mean, it seemed like every playoff game he was doing something. So,
yeah, like Jawan was like when you look at the numbers with Jawan, man, when it came to the playoffs, that's when he played his best ball. But when it came to regular season, yeah, his stats wasn't all that great. But when it was a down year, he had one of his best years. Dude, if he wouldn't have missed a lot of time, if he didn't get ejected, the guy would have had 1,200 yards. He would have had 1,200 yards receiving as we speak. No question.
It's and like that's what I don't get with some of these players. Like 13 million versus 17 million, or you could be an icon for this team. Like even Debo forcing his way out and wanting all that money, dude. You could have been an icon for the team. Y'all could have had the Yak Bros podcast and made millions after the fact. But
they could have came up with that podcast and they couldn't even do that, dude. Even Ayuk,
5 years from now, 10 years from now, Ayuk, Kittle, and Debo, if they had all stayed Niners, they could have the Yak Bros. God forbid they'd won a Super Bowl. They'd have the Yak Bros.
They would have got something going with it.
They would have had something. You know how many shirts they would have sold and fucking they had had it.
With themselves on the picture together where they're all like in the center and it has like the Mario kind of like the cartoon logo.
They could have done all kind of stuff like that. Every other brothers they could have like just put a template on a T-shirt and sold it.
And Jennings would have been a good selling too. But
he could have been. Jennings was selling the little red wigs and everything, dude. He'd been a Niner for life.
I was getting that blonde Jennings hair, bro, and I made it look like a Jennings style, but I had to get rid of the wig, man, because he's gone.
I don't know why guys want to chase like $4 more million when in the long run you're going to have it. I don't get it. It just.
And I don't think the Vikings win the playoffs either.
Destroys them. Well, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but it kind of seems like there's some animosity from what it seems like.
Jennings is just that kind of guy, it seems like. He gets mad about everything. He's one of those guys when he's on your team, you love him, and if he's not, he's an asshole. Because, like, he always got a problem with everything. So, like, he's a great guy to have on your team because you need guys like that. But, yeah, he was going to have a problem. There was never going to be no parting of ways and it'd be cool. He's just He just seems like that type of guy. Now I don't know him, but I mean, obviously, but like that's what it seems like.
He was a good
always
culture
getting the
guy to
fights.
feel on your team. Like as a blocking specialist, that guy gave you some good blocking. The guy gave you some tough catches. I mean,
and he can throw the ball for a touchdown too.
He throw the ball too.
Yeah, even for that Super Bowl, even for the Super Bowl, he did that, and then he did it in the playoffs also. So it was like,
yeah. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. This guy is a playoff legend for the 49ers. Like, he ain't a playoff legend for the Bears. He a playoff legend for the 49ers. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, people will shit on, like, Jimmy Garoppolo or Cap. And, like, for 15 franchises, they're their second best quarterback.
No, but what Jimmy Garoppolo did in the early part of the process, I mean, he wasn't as great as everybody says, but when it came to the playoffs, the running game was on point, and he did exactly what he had to do to win.
Oh, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Even with him not being that great, I mean, if he had that playoff success and was a Bengals quarterback, he'd be their second greatest quarterback or third.
I would pretty much agree on that part because they probably would have made him look good.
Yeah, and I mean, think about, like, even like I said, if he was the Bears quarterback, you know, and he had that much playoff success, he'd be the second greatest quarterback in franchise history. And
he'll be at least better than Jim McMahon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And people don't realize that because they play for the Niners and are like, oh, he wasn't even that good. Jeff Garcia would be every team's third best quarterback probably.
Because he came from he went from different teams after that, but he was a Canadian football legend. So
yeah,
he was just
couldn't beat Green. He couldn't beat Green Bay though.
Man,
couldn't, bro.
Having our problems.
At one point they couldn't.
Oh,
but who can't beat the Niners in the playoffs? Rodgers can.
Yeah, nobody.
If there's a chance for Kyle Shanahan to redeem himself, how about this chapter of the Steelers playing the Niners in the Super Bowl? That would be the best way to go. No, beat Aaron Rodgers at his misery.
The best way for Kyle to redeem himself is to beat the Chiefs. Let's be honest.
Regular season, I don't know about getting the Super Bowl. We'll see.
No, he's got to. If he like wants redemption, he's got to beat the Chiefs. Like, I don't care who we beat. Honestly, I don't care who we beat as long as we win a Super Bowl again. But
the Rams didn't get their revenge on the Patriots, so they got the closest to a Bengal out of that win. So
yeah, that's why I don't. Man, you got to think about how things break right. The Rams might not win that Super Bowl had they played the Chiefs. I mean, the Bengals got there, so they played the Chiefs and they win that Super Bowl. Even last year, I think Seattle would have beat the Bills or a fully powered Broncos team. But like, look who they got. Sometimes it's the luck of the draw. You know,
if it wasn't for the injury to Bo Nix, who knows how that game could have been.
That's what I'm saying. And maybe Denver goes and they could have beat Seattle. Sometimes you just got to get lucky, man. That's just
that was the luck of the draw. Unfortunately,
that's just the way it is. I mean, had we played, who was in the AFC Championship the last time? Was the Ravens? Yeah,
it was the Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens had beat us, but who knows? Maybe we'd have beat the Ravens in that game, or you know. So, yeah, I
think if we want redemption, maybe beat the Baltimore Ravens will be close enough.
That
because honestly, they have a Super Bowl over us. That was the last time they won one.
But as long as he wins it, I don't care, man. We could beat the Titans.
We should have won that Super Bowl against the Ravens because it was wholly against.
So you want the bittersweet to go to the Chiefs, where we finally get over the third charm on them, and that would be the way to make it.
That would be the most satisfying for sure. But
I don't want it to be a close game. I want it to be a blowout, just like Philadelphia did. Don't want it to be a close.
That would be what I would love that the most. If we came in and just first drive touchdown, they punt. Second drive touchdown, they punt, and then like we just beat the hell out of them.
And we're up by 35 points at halftime, and they're not even close.
Yeah, that would be great. Oh man!
Because if we have it close, you know how that goes down, dude.
Yeah, beating them close would be good. That would be good, but like just watching the highlights would be better if we blew them out.
Just to watch how we did, like it would be kind of like how they did to the Broncos, that massacre.
Or even like when we beat Green Bay in the NFC Championship was pretty good. That was pretty satisfying.
That game wasn't close at all.
The way, and like if you remember in the regular season,
most of it had like 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, like 200 yards on the ground, bro. And that's what we're missing is speed at the position too. So
This year, last year, I told everybody before the year started, but not last year, but the year before last, when we won 6 games, I said if our run defense gets better, if it had been in the top 16, we'd have won 10 games. Our run defense got better last year. We won 12 games. Our rush offense is the key this year. If our rush offense is better, because I think McCaffrey was averaging under 4 yards a carry rushing this year.
Yeah,
So
at one point he was. Now last year he averaged like less than 4 yards a carry last year.
That's what I'm
still.
saying. Last year, let me look it up. He averaged like 3.8 yards a carry. If our rushing offense gets better this year, then we're gonna be okay. Because that's everything goes off of that. Everything goes off of that rush offense. And like Stribling, this is why I like Stribling, and I could be wrong about this, but I think that he's going to be better because Kyle's going to do something to get him the ball like he did Debo. Screens, that little push pass, that orbit motion in the backfield. He's so big and so fast and so explosive.
He'll be hard to tackle.
Yes, and he'll want to get him on the field and say, hey, let's use him as a decoy. Let's use him, to draw eyes in. And there's nothing better than that, to give him that little push pass on like a 1st and 10 in plus territory and seeing what he does with it. And I think that he starts to get the ball that way. And with Mike Evans outside, especially like in the red zone, now you have a true red zone threat. When have we ever had a true red zone threat under Shanahan?
I can't even think of one, but I mean, Jennings last year kind of shown significant improvement in the red zone, but he wasn't quite the most consistent red zone guy, if I'm being honest. But
he wasn't Mike Evans. So now you got, one guy.
Mike Evans is somebody they respect.
Mm-hmm. And I really think that, like, if they use dribbling that way and just get the ball in his, sometimes you don't gotta overthink it. This guy's big, he's fast, he's physical.
Let him jump for the ball.
Yeah, let's just get him the ball. And I think they really need to do that. And I really think, too, that – and I don't know why we didn't do this or why we traded Mason away, because I think we really should have used him in known rushing situations when they know we're going to run the ball. Let's use the younger back so McCaffrey doesn't get his beat up. So when it's 2nd and 10 and you can run or pass, you put McCaffrey out there. But if they know we're going to run it, I know McCaffrey's a good back. We'll take him off the field, and that sounds kind of silly, but like running back is a more natural position for most guys. And running with the ball, I mean, look at the Jordan Masons and the Jeff Wilsons and the Matt Breidas and how much success we've had with those guys. Let's run it, that guy, and let's keep McCaffrey for more of the passing situations.
And we got that guy from Indiana, so I think he's pretty good too.
Well, like you said about Guerendo, where's Guerendo at? What are we gonna do with him?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the speed. He's got the Mostert kind of speed element that we've been missing, and we're not using it. Like, what's the point of drafting him? Why not just use him up to his strength of what he's good at instead of having him on the bench? Like, what about this one run play where he can actually take it to the house?
Yeah, and look at that game up in Seattle when he came in and he did fine. And if not, make him use checks understudy. Hell, he's 6'2", 230, can run. He used to be a wide receiver. I mean,
he's got the ability to catch the ball at the backfield too, and they didn't even use him all year.
He's got solid hands. He gets solid route runner. I don't know. I mean, like, it just seems
he'd probably be gone. He'd probably be gone for like a couple more years. Watch.
No, he's roster this year.
He's on the question mark. He's in danger of losing his roster spot because here's the downside of Guerendo. At the worst, he's going to have to be competing for the last spot at running back. And the chances of him even making the roster would be even crazy because Patrick Taylor has something that has more of an edge on Guerendo that Guerendo has yet to be good at is special teams.
Yeah.
I mean, is Patrick Taylor a really good running back? Not really, but he's a damn good special team guy, so that's what they like about him.
Yeah. It's just you can see a lot of times when they draft guys, they have a mentality to them. And you can tell, like, Upton Stout was a big one. You could see everything about Upton Stout. He just looked like one of Kyle Lynch and John Shanahan's guys. This dribbling kid, he looks like that. A lot of guys they draft, and you're like, okay, he fits the mental profile. And I don't know if Guerendo fits that mental profile. Now, you can get away with not being that guy. But they like those type of guys. They like the Amador Lenores and the Upton Stouts and the Jawan Jennings, the
ones with the blue chip to prove.
Well, yeah, they got a little bit to prove, and they got a little bit of edge to them. I mean, these they ain't afraid to mix it up. They ain't afraid to talk a little shit, and they all of them hit hard, block hard, and get after it. I mean, that's just kind of like a profile that they have, and I don't know if Guerendo has that. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't, but like with Upton Stout, it jumped off the screen that's what they were after.
No, but what Guerendo has is something we're missing at the position is speed. He gives you that speed element.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, we need that, especially if you open the holes, bro. That makes it more of a difference between getting like a couple yards versus getting 20 to 30 plus yards of run out of that play.
And it makes the defense sprint out to that edge a lot faster. If you remember, like against the Packers, when Mostert would get that ball, those guys,
that's what we're missing.
Was always there. Yeah, because he was pressing that edge. And we just really didn't have that with McCaffrey this year. It didn't seem like
McCaffrey's just not that guy. He's a good running back as far as a do-it-all back, but he doesn't give you that 4.3 speed where he could take it to the house. Now that's just never been McCaffrey's game.
Yeah, and I think sometimes Cal gets so fixated on McCaffrey and getting him the ball in the passing game that he forgets about his running game. And I'd love to see him get back to the ground game a little bit more.
I just wish we had the element of what we had. The time we had with Mostert was something that got us to the Super Bowl that year because we had an unstoppable running game.
I think it's going to come back. I think you really see they got a couple offensive linemen in free agency, and I think the running game is kind of changing too because they're going to want to run the ball straight at you now. And it seemed like last year we ran the ball straight at teams a lot more, and the guys that got in free agency seems like they're beefing up the line to do that. And
but
they're banking on.
According to our experts, our fans, they're saying, "Oh, we're signing a bunch of nobodies. Like they're not starters."
That's where they make that's where they trim the fat is on the offensive line. They just don't like it because they do it there. Look how much we've invested in an offensive line. Trent Williams has made more than any player in NFL history that's not a quarterback. We drafted Aaron Banks in the second or third round, I think. He goes off.
That was the highest we drafted an offensive lineman since McGlinchey.
Yeah. That's been in the Shanahan era. We went out and got Alex Mack when he was a free agent. We drafted Pooney, I think, in the third round. Colton McKivitz had a decent-sized contract. And look how Colton McKivitz, he come out of West Virginia, and really nobody knew about him.
He's kind of gotten better.
Yeah, he's a solid player. People act like he's a bum. Remember, they couldn't run McGlinchey out of town fast enough. He goes and gets a big contract in Denver and is still a starter. And I'm like, y'all couldn't wait to run Mike McGlinchey out of town. You get a replacement for him. You're not happy with him. And you're like, you're not going to have an all-pro at every position. You're just not.
Not really, no.
Like, the problem is the difference between a player that's a C+ and a player that's a B is $20 million at that position. And that's
Niners what the cost of some players, yeah.
Yes, if you want to get a B very solid right tackle, you're going to pay out the ass for it. But you can have a guy who's just a notch below him for $20 million less. And the Niners are trying to find that and get more out of that guy instead of paying $20 million. And then you go, we don't have any receivers. We need to pay for a receiver. They bitch about that. Like,
yeah, they do.
I mean, it's just like, I definitely think we could be better at center and at left guard. But, but like, are we going to? Do we got Jake Brindle's replacement? You know,
I'm hoping it's Carver Willis because I see that he's got the potential to play that position. He was
me too. But like everybody acts like we got to go sign that center from Baltimore or this guy or that guy, and I'm like,
He was getting paid a lot of money for basically being
and like there's just not enough money to go around for. It's not nobody's being cheap like last year. Everybody said we were being cheap, and I was like, we're not being cheap. We still have an expensive payroll. Like, what are you guys talking about? And then they said we needed to get younger. And look, we drafted three guys on the defensive line: Williams, West, and Collins. We drafted a linebacker, Nick Martin. We drafted a safety, Siegel, and we drafted a cornerback, Stout. that's a whole new starting defense, pretty much.
Yeah, and
especially,
especially
I feel like all of them got potential. Now they might not pan out, but all of them got potential.
they can be just the difference of helping this team win. They don't have to be the star like Nick Bosa and those other guys. They just have to be the good contributors. Yeah.
CJ West could be on the Niners for 10 years and be a solid player, and nobody really know his name or remember him, years to come. And we had a bunch of players like that just nobody thinks of. And not a superstar. Back, I think Steve Mariucci drafted this linebacker named Jeff Ulbrich. He's like a defensive coordinator now. He played 10 years in San Francisco.
Yeah, Ulbrich was just a solid linebacker.
Linebacker.
Special teamer good, but he just wasn't.
Nothing wrong with that.
He just was never more of an all-star. He just was a good contributor, nothing else.
Solid player, and that could be C.J. West. That could be Alfred Collins. Obviously you want more out of Michael Williams, but I'm like, that's 3 defensive linemen we drafted that have potential to be starters for years, and y'all keep saying we got younger.
And then we got this kid Grayson Holton, who I've seen a lot of potential, a lot of upside coming out of Oklahoma. This guy has some specimen speed, bro. For a guy almost at 300 pounds, runs athletic freak, and spies on a quarterback and runs quick as a damn DN or a linebacker speed, bro.
They've invested a lot. It's just if the guys are going to work out or not. That's basically all it is to it.
For all we know, man. For all we know, maybe this guy Cam Sample might be the sleeper, and we might not even know who he can be down the road, bro.
Yeah, you never can. Because look at Jawan Jennings. He was like a 7th round pick. I think he didn't catch many passes his rookie year.
No, he had a year where he was cut from the roster and got on their practice squad for a full year, and then he became on the roster the following year and did something.
Yeah, and do we still got Terrell Owens' son somewhere on the practice squad or something?
Oh yeah, Tariq Owens was there for a while, but I think he's already signed to the CFL or a different league now.
I mean, if the Niners still got the rights to him, you never can tell what's going to happen, man. I mean, look how Mostert bounced around.
Mostert was such a guy that was let go, but we found a way to use him. But, man, dude, it's like sometimes we find some guys who weren't.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody acts like, we haven't invested enough in the offensive line. I sit there and break down everything we've invested, and it's still not good enough for me. And the free agents, we went and got that tackle from the Patriots. Kid's got all the tools.
Low.
Yeah, kid's got all the tools. He's big,
And he caught a touchdown pass, too, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah. And you're like, okay, why can't we work with him and make him a starter? Like Laken Tomlinson come from the Lions, and everybody was like, oh, well, we just got a guy who underachieved. He was a good player for us. I think he went to the Jets and got a big contract after he left San Francisco. And I'm like, you guys are not thinking about this. These guys could change the whole complexion of the offensive line. I don't know.
Depends on the change of scenery could be good for them in all different ways. I mean, you get it that way, but yeah.
I think we should have signed him. I said get traded to the Jets. We should have kept him.
Nah, he was going to be asking for more money, bro. I think we already had plans in place. We had Aaron Banks for a reason, and even with Aaron Banks, we weren't missing a beat with Tomlinson, bro.
Yeah, I think when Banks came in, he was ready. And I remember all his first year, everybody was like how terrible he was when he was a rookie and he really didn't play.
Because he was registered.
Yeah. And I'm like, then when he was ready, they put him in, and that was his second year. And we always seem to have a guy who his second year comes and he's ready to play. I mean, who knows who could be? It could be that kid that what's his name, like Valdez or something that everybody likes.
Oh, Van Slate.
Yeah.
You're talking about Valdez, the D tackle from Washington.
The D tackle, yeah. Who knows? We could never hear his name again, or he could come in this year and be a star, or at least make an impact.
Or Evan Anderson.
I liked him. He wears the little Guardian
cap. The helmet thing, yeah. But he in his rookie year, he was solid. He just never played down for us.
I thought so too, but for whatever reason, guys don't have success. Sometimes they're put in the wrong position. Sometimes you got shit going on in your personal life. I mean, how many times you had a bad day at work? It just happened to them on a Sunday. Who knows why? It just
yeah, man. was thinking about doing these random hangouts every now and then. But hey, man, it's good that we got some people jumping in, man. But hey, maybe next time I'll send you the link again. Next time, maybe I'll do a little bit over here too. Sometimes I haven't done this in a while.
All right, well, yeah, I got the day off today. I'm usually off on Fridays though, so if you hit me up on Friday, I'll probably be on there.
All right, man. Maybe we can get a couple other people jumping in. We can all debate with each other.
Yeah, maybe. I'll see you guys.
But hey, man, but it must be good. It must be pretty good, like you said in West Virginia. It's got that mountain lifestyle, huh?
Oh, dude, it's like as long as you don't need like a bunch of fancy shit, this is the place because I've been lucky for where I went to trade school when I was in high school and I got a good job. I got in the union right out of that. And if you have a good job around here, it's so cheap. Like, and I don't have a mansion, but like, I don't know if I can turn my camera around and stuff and show you guys. I got a whole ass 49ers room and shit.
No, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a badass, bro. But he has his own platform on TikTok with J Street, man. That's what he goes by.
Yeah, and I love it out here. Of course, I'm from out
here. I got my 49er stuff over here too.
Hell yeah.
I got to move up my stuff pretty soon, so I'm going to be moving down the desert pretty soon. So I'm going to be moving down Arizona.
Hell yeah. Well, every year, normally every year I get a new flag. And last year I had a flag. I mailed it to Lawrence over there on the platform. So if I get a new flag this year, I might mail it to somebody. So,
all right, send me one, man. I'm cool.
All right, man. Well,
you need the Australia flag.
I got the England. I got the British flag from one of the UK chapters. They sent it to me.
I did find a logo. I have to send it to one of you guys. It's like the Australian continent, and it's got the Niners symbol in it.
Oh, I've seen some of the chapters. I heard it's a chapter down that region that we're gonna play over there at Melbourne, whatever it is. Yeah. You got the world title, brother.
Oh yeah, I got that.
I got a world title too, but it's hidden in the closet. I gotta wait until we win the Super Bowl and then I'll get the title open.
I got my title too.
Check this out. I don't know if you can see it. That's
shit. That's nice.
Oh hell yeah.
I'm telling you, man, if we get if we do hangouts like this with J Street and the rest of the guys, bro, we be getting a kick-ass hangout.
Oh yeah. Well,
usually TikTok's strict, man. TikTok's too strict with these hangouts. Like I can't even say what I want to say because they'll take it down.
Yeah, that should be. Yeah. It sucks.
All right, we'll figure out something.
All right, man.
Call it a day.
Yeah. You guys have a good one, man. All right.
You guys have a good one.